Sounds good.
Hi, everyone. We're back for the Christmas holiday Block 1 development at the SeaWay Mall update. This is, believe it or not, a recording of a recording. I was supposed to record our call we just finished, but I forgot to hit record. We reviewed some plans, which Drew and I are going to review again, just so we can literally record and send it to you guys. And we'll cover some questions that were asked by Frank. He had some good questions that we spent a few minutes talking about. I think they might be questions that are running through everyone's mind. So we'll run through that, some updates, and get you this recording as soon as possible.
All right, sounds good. Hope everybody is enjoying their holiday time. One of the things that me and Paul both talked about is that we're starting to finally hear some positive updates from head economists, and also start to hear some positive stuff in the media, which you guys are probably reading as well. One of the things I heard recently was head economist of Desjardins was predicting interest rate drop of 250 basis points in 2024, which would definitely be positive. And the head economist of BMO was predicting 150 basis points. So anyways, finally some talk of interest rates moving in the right direction, which will, I think, break things open again for us, because as we know, the demand has not gone away. So key update in regards to the project right now is we are on the forced submission here for a servicing permit. They came back, when I say they, our guys are working to get that submission in. And the other key update is, in the meantime, we've been working on updating the site plan a little bit on our block and changing some of the building designs just to tweak them and get them to be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing from an architectural standpoint and also an urban design standpoint. So what I wanted to do tonight is go over the overall site plan to show you guys in context where our block is. And then I have the overall servicing plan that shows our specific block as well. And then I'm going to show you some of the different tweaks that we've done on the engineering plan. So let me just get this open here.
Yeah, while Drew's pulling that up, I'll just quickly mention some of the sentiment from our end on the sales side is been positive. Things have actually picked up for us, for investors, closer to the end of December, as sentiment about interest rates has been better. Now, that's not to say that we're going to go from zero to hero and things are going to be flying off the shelf like they were, starting in January. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But and it looks like it is with what all these banks are predicting. If we hit our peak in interest rates, this fall and into early winter, that means things are only going to get better. It's going to take some time, but that's definitely positive for when we do have to hit sales. So jump into it, Drew.
Sounds good. Okay, so on the screen you can see, I wanted to give you context. This is the overall site plan for the mall project, and we are strategically starting on block 1. So this is our block here, guys. As you know, originally we were block 4, but we bumped it up to block 1. Just from a staging standpoint, we're working from the street in towards the mall and around. So this is our block here. I'm going to zoom out. We have the nice greenway aligned beside our block and the main entrance here off of Lancaster. All right, I'm just going to switch now to the servicing plan. Okay. Getting to see my lovely busy desktop there for a moment. Okay, so this is our master servicing plan, and in it, I'm going to zoom in on our specific block here. Okay, so you can see SAN is for our sanitary line. STM is for stormwater management. So really what's happening is that once we get our servicing permit, we're going to be putting in our sanitary lines for the whole site. We're going to be putting in our water lines for the whole site. And we're going to be putting in our stormwater management drains for the whole site because all of it is interconnected, going from smaller piping to the larger main pipe up to the larger pipe up on Lancaster Drive here. You can see the main water main that we're connecting to. This is the city's water main on Lancaster, the large concrete storm, and also the sanitary line is up here. You can see here we've got the SeaWay Heights sewage pumping station that we'll be connecting and pumping our stuff out of there. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out of this now, and I'm gonna bring up our site plan with a couple markups that we've been working on here.
While you're doing that, I'll just remind people who are, not full-time developers that, the servicing is something that we have to do before we start digging any foundations. It's really we have to bring in the access to water and the access to sewer so the water can go somewhere, right? We need that to be underground before we dig for foundations, and the whole site. So not just this block, but all 15 blocks are going to get completed with servicing, and only then can we start to dig with foundations. So that's what some of the delays has been over the last couple months. Just in case you needed a review on that point, but jump in there, Drew.
Sounds good. So this is our site plan on the separated out scale. So you can see we have some nice paving stone as accents here. We have the nice walkthrough here, which is the greenway. And because we have this now, what we decided was instead of all of these stoops coming off the front of the townhouses looking the same, we could improve some of these corner units that have these side walkways. So you can see where the red is. We've added, instead of the access to the townhouse being off the front, we've put it off the side, off the greenway on these three corner units. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just stop sharing for a moment, and I'm going to add the actual building plan markups here. A moment through those. Let's get that zoomed in nice. There we go. Okay. So you can see this is just on the end of December that we started doing these changes. So what we did is we flipped the front porch around, and because we flipped it around, you can see we were able to remove a stair because the higher grading here, which is a little bit of money, it's not tons, but it's a little bit of more economical design. And the layout we're able to do is much better because off the greenway, you come up the stairs onto the porch into the entrance of the house on the side. And we're able to add another window here to bring in some more natural light off the side. And we decided because we removed this, we could also blow out this wall here and make it more open concept space. And we did that on both sides here, you can see. Okay, just some tweaks that we do while we're working along, make the design better, make it, a little bit of a higher sale price for these corner units, and make the design a little bit better as we go along. Just gonna stop share. So that's really all of the updates we have for tonight from my side, Paul.
Yeah, just to cover Frank's question, Frank, and rightly so, is asking, hey, what's going on with the money? We put up 10% deposit. We have to give another 90%. We want to know, or Frank wanted to know when that money would be due because, he's kind of holding on to it and wants to plan for his money. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, but the last update we had was we'd be ready for the spring to accept the money. And for now, that's still on schedule.
Correct. Yep.
And we kind of just went through the whole kind of premise behind that. Some of these delays are outside of our control, and the servicing we didn't
Freezing or
expect.
me.
Oh,
I think I don't know if I froze or you froze, Paul, but I missed the last couple minutes of what you said.
A couple minutes?
Sorry, like 1 minute.
Okay.
Bad
Uh,
estimate of time there. Yeah.
yeah, I was saying, you know, all these things that are outside of our control, we it's a big reason why we didn't collect the 100% of the investment capital. Because if you were holding that right now and we were experiencing delays, it would hurt your ROI and our ROI, to be honest, hell of a lot more, and probably stir up some emotion. So this is why we did the whole 10% structure where you're keeping 90% until we're ready to accept it. And so just a reminder about that, and that we don't want to collect the remainder of your investment until we are absolutely ready. And we're going to try and give as much notice as possible. Think about 60 days or so, and if we can give more, obviously more.
Yeah, you got
And
it. I mean, that's one of, sorry, I don't know if I cut out or you did, but I was just going to say that's one of the way that we protect our investors and their ROI is that while we're holding and waiting, we carry the interest costs, we carry the property tax, all the carrying costs right now, just as an extra and protect our investors.
yeah, correct. Or else that would become part of the expenses, and it would hurt our own everyone's ROI. And so, all these changes and things that are outside of our control. There's different conversations there too. I mean, the servicing was definitely a delay, and more it got delayed more than we thought it would, but sales could be a delay too. Like at this point, I still think it's the right thing to do to start selling around the spring. Hopefully, if the sentiment continues, it's going to be a good time for us to start bringing these to market and get some good sales done. But if things weren't good, if we had our servicing permit right now in our hand and we could actually dig, which we can't because we won't be able to do that till the spring anyway, we might have a talk, Drew and I, and say, hey, look, it might make sense to wait till spring anyway. So even if we could. So we want to maximize the return here as much as possible, because a win for us is a win for you, and a win for you is a win for us, is a win-win situation. And this is how sometimes how development works. We want to maximize as much as possible. So I hope the point came across. If you want to talk one-on-one, I'm here. I'm sure Drew would have a conversation with you also. Um, so I'll wish you, have Merry belated Christmas and Happy New Year. Reach out to us if you need to chat. Any last comments, Drew? Oops.
No, I just want to share those same sentiments. We're looking forward to a good 2024 and getting things moving on this project. And hope everybody's having a great holiday and enjoys New Year's celebration.
Yeah, just so you guys know, I'm enjoying it right now. I'm in the car doing this recording, so my kids aren't screaming. So it's important to me. Anyways, let's end it right here. Have a good holiday, everyone.
Take care.